it's Jo from Minerva. Today we're going to do a fabric haul of floral fabrics and I've chosen lots of fabrics that go with lots of tops and blouses. I've worn quite a plain top because I realised that when I was moving floral fabrics around and then I wore something floral, it was all a bit crazy. So I'm just wearing a white linen top today, but I'm going to show you some really bright floral fabrics. My first fabric is a sateen. This is a John Caldor Lizano sateen. And sometimes sateen can have a very heavy weight, but this one is beautiful, lightweight, and it has that sort of sateen sheen on it. It's not got a satin finish, don't confuse satin with sateen. Sateen is a really close weave cotton. This one's 57 inches wide. It says green as one of our colourways, but I would definitely say it was turquoise. So you can see there, that's a pretty true colour of the fabric. And I think that would be great for making a shirt or blouse with lots of the details on, collars, button bands, etc., because it presses really well. You can be really accurate with your sewing. This is Burda 6527, and it's probably best to show you the back. It's got a really interesting shoulder detail look. So if you need to do a narrow shoulder adjustment or a square shoulder adjustment, you can really play around with that shoulder fit and get probably a better bust fit and a better shoulder fit. So that's Burda 6527 in light Lizano sateen. If you like the floral prints from John Caldor, you can also get a viscose composition. So this is a viscose, 100% viscose. It's 59 inches wide and it comes in two colours. It's got a lovely large print on it. It's perfect if you're a big sleeve sewer. So if you like something with a big sleeve, with a drape or with lots of gathers, then viscose is a really good fabric for you to choose because you definitely get that drape. So it's great for a big sleeve, and for that reason I have picked the Liberty boho sleeve shirt. Now this one's in a cotton lawn, so they're getting a very big sleeve here. So if you want that statement sleeve, you won't get that with a viscose, but you'll get a softer sleeve there. And look at those sleeve options. Loads there: ruffle sleeve, short sleeve, balloon sleeve, a sleeve with an accent halfway down. So there's a lot of sleeve action going on there. If you like an interesting sleeve, then you can work that really well with a viscose. My next two fabrics are for the Sew Over It Pussy Bow blouse. Really easy sew, but really effective for your end product. It's got gathered cuffs here, so nothing too complicated, not any little plackets or anything. And you've got the bow neckline, so it's a sort of introduction to collars, but a little bit simpler. So you'll need a fabric with some drape. My first fabric choice is a georgette. A georgette is a polyester fabric that's a little bit sheer, not as sheer as chiffon, so you can't quite see me through there, but it's really soft and gentle. Gentle is a good word for it. It's 57 inches wide, and this one comes in two colours. I've picked something really nice and spring and floral, and that would make a brilliant pussy bow blouse. If you don't want to work with the sheer fabric, then my second fabric choice is a rayon. So you're getting the same amount of drape, but it's a little bit more opaque. This is fun, isn't it? Look, as that moves, that's really nice because that's a floral print that's almost geometric. It's got a bit more of a sort of 1970s vibe about it. This one is 100% rayon. It's 56 inches wide. This one comes in two colours as well. This one's orange. And both of these with this beautiful drape would make the Sew Over It blouse. If you want to take your shirt making a little further, you could try the Archer Grainline Studio shirt. This is the Archer button-up shirt, and you can see on the back, look, it's got a sort of tail, a gathered tail, but it's got a lot more detail. So you've got collar, button band, pockets, and cuffs. So this one's classed as intermediate. But if you work slowly on an intermediate pattern, you very soon take your sewing skills on, because you learn a lot from each little process. The fabrics I've chosen are a cotton lawn, which would make a great shirt, because cotton lawn is a little bit finer, so you would be able to put that gathered shirt back with this, because you'll be able to get quite a fine gather with lawn. This one is from Stores London. It's higher in the price range, but it is absolutely beautiful. It's the same sort of quality as Liberty Lawn. It just has a sort of slightly more avant-garde pattern range. It's 58 inches wide. It's 100% Egyptian cotton, and I've sewn with Stores London cotton before, and it is a treat. So that's my first option. So that would be suitable for this view where you're gathering the tail hem. If you're making the other view, you can go for another of the light satines. This one is a John Caldor one. It's the same sort of weight as that first one I showed you. So this one would probably be better for the view without the tail hem. This view here, just with the pleat in the back. But both of those would make the most stunning floral shirts. My next pattern pick is also from Liberty. This is the Esther tunic. It's a more casual shirt, so without the buttons down the front, you've got a sort of V-neck here, a gather across the bust. Lots and lots of different options. Again, look, a tie at the front, that V-neck. You can also lengthen this and make a tunic. It comes in sizes 4 to 6, right up to 24 to 26. So I think that's got quite a sort of casual vibe, but actually you could make it long and wear it with a belt, or you could make it as a tunic to wear with leggings. So I think there's quite a lot of wearability in that. And I've chosen a crepe to make it with. So this is by John Caldor as well. It comes in 2 colours. It's 57 inches wide. It's 100% polyester. It's got a really smooth finish rather than a shiny finish. A very matte look. It's got that sort of digital print on it. It would gather nicely. And it would also add to the effect of the balloon sleeves. My next fabric is an embroidered cotton lawn, so you'll need to see this one close up. So this is an embroidered cotton. It's pretty colourful. This one's a pink, and the reverse of the embroidery is a little bit scratchy. I'm going to be honest about that, because I've made a top in it, but I had a top that was yoked, and so all the top and all the places where it's rubbing more, you know, touching your skin more, I had that double, because the front side is much softer than the reverse. And I'll show you which pattern I use so that you know you can make a success from it. I used my favourite summer top, which is the Datura. That's from Deer and Doe. It's got a little Peter Pan collar. It's got cutouts here, or you could just make it as a plain top. But the bit I like about it the most is the yoke on the top. Helps with the fitting. It's got a sort of curved empire line. There's darts in the lower portion, so you get a really nice fit, and you also have buttons down the back. So for me, I need quite a wide hip ratio compared to my waist, so I can open the bottom button and get quite a successful shaping for me. I'll show you a picture here. So when I made this top, I made it with this fabric, but I had the top is double because it's a really lovely technique. You have 2 layers of fabric on the top and the bottom is loose and plain. So if you make a dress out of this, line the upper body. If you make something close fitting out of this, line anywhere that's close to your skin. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's really unusual, and when I wear it, everybody comments on the fabric. If you prefer sewing with stretch, or indeed wearing stretch, then there are some stretch florals for you to check out. This is a viscose jersey, so it's got drape and loads of stretch. I mean, there's a lot of stretch in there. It's 95% viscose and 5% spandex. It's 57 inches wide and it's got that very large print on it. So you need to pick a pattern that doesn't chop into your print too much. And I have chosen the Ebony Top by Closet Core. It would make either of those views actually, the t-shirt top, a long sleeve tunic, or the long sleeve dress. It would have a real swish for the dress actually because of the viscose content. So look at our floral in stretch as well. Another stretch fabric you can look out for is an ITY, that's an interlock jersey. So that's very, very slinky. It's got a real smooth finish on the outside, like a sort of crepe finish on the outside, but it's super, super stretchy. This one's by John Caldor. It's got the sort of natural colours in there. This one's called Sage. It's 95% polyester and 5% spandex. It's 57 inches wide, and it sort of really gathers up into a handful. Really great for wardrobe, wrap dresses, and things you want to take on holiday because it doesn't crease. And I've chosen the Friday Pattern Company Adrienne top. You see lots of this on our website, so if you click on the pattern below and have a look, you can see what different fabrics people have made it in. You can see people wearing them quite smartly, or you can see them wearing them casually. You can really go and investigate that. This is the shape of it. It's got sort of elasticated cuffs and elastic shoulders. And the size range goes from a bust 32 to a bust 54. So there's a good size range on there as well. And it's perfect in this slinky jersey. All the products that I've talked about are listed below, so go and have an explore and check out those patterns. If you click on the patterns, you'll see the sorts of fabrics that people have chosen to make those items from. Don't forget, if you're picking a floral fabric, think about the scale of the print, because that will make or break your project. You need to pick the right fabric with the right pattern. If you've got something with a really large pattern, then you need something where it's not being cut into too much. And if you've got a really small pattern, then you can pick something with a lot more detail. Of course, florals aren't just a traditional cotton floral. There are a lot of different fabric compositions that you can choose from, and that opens up more doors for different patterns that you can choose. I hope you enjoyed that run through of some floral fabrics. It's a fabric haul that I could go on and on for because there's so many different floral fabrics. But today I just chose ones to make items for the top, and I think you just need to check what are the elements of your pattern. Has it got a tie? Has it got a large sleeve? Has it got small details? And that will help you to choose the right fabric. If you've made a favourite floral item, we would love to see it on our website. So take a photo of yourself and upload it using your account and profile. It doesn't have to be a model-worthy photograph. We just like to see you taking a snap of yourself, and then we can have a look at what you've made. Thanks very much for watching. See you again soon.